in this house we gonna go to worship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we gonna go to
Yeah.
worship.
Yeah.
And on Wednesday, we used to
Mm.
go to a Wednesday Bible study.
Right.
But back in the day, you remember this. So back in the day, Sunday school, they used to have Sunday school.
Yeah.
Used to have the adult classes,
Mm-hmm.
and then the high school classes, and the middle school class. So
Yeah.
my daughter used to go to all of those classes. And then
Mm-hmm.
when she go to those classes, she come home at times and ask questions.
Mm.
And so those were really good things that she did to help her with her faith.
Mm.
And obviously the best Bible or the best example that a child could see, you said it, is the parent,
Yeah.
right? So if your child see your imperfection, and then they see how you could kind of get in alignment with that imperfection by way of Jesus Christ, they'd be like, oh, wow,
Mm.
my daddy's imperfect, but yet he's humble enough to say that he's sorry.
Yeah.
Because guess what? There were some times I was wrong and I had to go upstairs and tell my daughter, Daddy was wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
Mhm.
human. Please forgive me. So these very same passages as a father that I was reading, I had to even apply to my children.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, because most dads, not all, they might be promoting God, this and that, that's that, but they're not applying it.
Mhm.
When they're in error, they always find error in the child.
Yeah.
You're not doing this, and they have a whole list of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
You're not doing this.
Mm.
Well, you need to take a look at yourself. Were you not, what do Ephesians chapter 6 say? Hey, fathers,
Right. Do not provoke.
do not you provoke your child.
to
Yeah,
wrath.
yeah. So we as fathers, we could be guilty at that at times.
Mhm.
Now, I didn't get this early on, because early on I was like, hey, cutthroat, and then God had to check me. Hey, Nick, you kind of a little too rough on your little one there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's for my daughter. And for my son, and I do this for both my daughter and my son, I speak life into them.
Mhm.
Not only that, I strive to live the example that God has called me to live,
Mhm.
but I'm a strong believer in speaking life into my children.
Yeah.
So I know God speaks life into me.
Mhm.
I speak life into my children.
Yeah.
So I do that with my son. I have a habit of always reminding him, hey, one day you're gonna be a husband.
Mhm.
So I'm helping them to connect these dots. Like
Yeah.
one day you're gonna be a husband. One day you're gonna have a godly wife out there.
Mhm.
One day, so when I have these, when I'm praying with the family, sometimes I be like, you know what, I'm not gonna pray tonight.
Mm.
Son, you take over.
Right.
You say a prayer. So we created these habits for him. So it's pointing back to the word.
Yeah.
And then when we do get in the word, it's something that I think about. I'm like, man, I want my son to get to know Jesus, but I don't want to feel rushed. Like, man, you need to hurry up and get to know Jesus. It's kind of like he got to continue to experience life.
Yeah.
And then when he's pricked,
Mhm.
he'll let me know.
Yeah.
So for my son, what I did with my son, I took him back to the beginning, Genesis.
Yeah.
I said, in order for my son to really, really appreciate Jesus, I need to help him to understand what happened with humanity
Right.
and why we're this way today.
Yeah.
So when I took him back to the beginning, and now that's kind of like where we're at right now. He knows a little bit about Jesus,
Mhm.
but I'm trying to get him to understand the foundation, which is Genesis,
Yeah.
and move him forward to present day of why Jesus Christ came and he died for humanity so we can have life. And all this is going to make sense.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the foundation where what I'm doing with my son and my daughter.
Mhm. And that's a beautiful thing,
Yeah.
man. You said a whole lot, man. The prayer time with your family, and you know those moments that you have with your daughter, man. Those are important. Speaking life to your kids. I mean, man, these kids face a lot,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. hmm
I almost hate to use the word fragile, but there's a lot of fragility with our kids. They get so easily pulled in one way or the other,
That's
so
facts.
easily lifted up by the wrong thing or broken down by the wrong thing.
That's facts.
And yeah, man, I really like that, speaking life to your kids, man, because we you know some of the ways in which we grew up, especially for those of us that are that are my age or older,
hmm
was pretty rough, man.
Yes.
Was pretty rough. We life is not something that was spoken to us. It was just, you better, you know,
That's fact.
you ought to know. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that is, on this side of baptism, and even before, with my oldest, I would try to let her know, hey, listen, you may not fully understand it right now, but you are God's child.
Mm.